My next story that we're gonna talk about, man. D Wade, posted some picture this weekend.
Easter pictures, man.
Yeah, they posted some Easter picture this weekend, man. And, I ain't had a whole lot to say about the way these folk raise their children. Cause I'm a big proponent of minding my own fucking business. But when it comes across my timeline or it comes down my Instagram feed, it is then considered my business. That's when it becomes my business now. Now, D Wade can raise his children any fucking way they want to. They chillin', they paying the cost to be the boss, they do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Right.
This is my problem right here. He got a 14-year-old son daughter.
Right.
And his 14-year-old son daughter is on social media making out with his 14-year-old boyfriend girlfriend. Now, I said something when I seen it on Bel Air.
Mm.
I'm saying something now. I'm totally consistent on this issue. I don't want to see kids doing nothing sexual nowhere. To me, that's pedophilia. This boy
Right.
kissing this boy girl, excuse me, kissing this other girl boy on social media, that's pedophilia to me. And I don't think it ought to be allowed. You know, kids aren't supposed to be depicted in no sexual manner, period.
Right.
And if he over here tonguing this little girl boy out, how I'm gonna tell my 14-year-old I do it? Now my 14-year-old ain't on social media, so she ain't gonna see the picture or whatever. But I'm sure somebody in her classroom seen it. Somebody else got phones and shit, and they goddamn might show it to her. See, people gonna tell you if you raise your children and don't have them on social media, they don't see, man, I gotta send them to school with your children. You know what I'm saying? That's where they get most of the bad, fucked up information from your children. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the end of the day, man, he 14.
Yeah.
He 14 and you letting I don't know what pronoun to use, man, but you letting Zaya you letting I don't know what to say, boy, but it's making out
Yeah, it is.
on on the gram, I think it was. I think it was on the gram that was. Just tongue kissing, man, like 14. Bel Air, they got full on sex scenes. And ain't nobody saying nothing. Like, I don't give a fuck if on Bel Air, I don't care if that man is really grown in real life and
But
that
they
girl is
playing
really grown. They
teenage.
playing teenagers. And so teenagers having sex on film is pedophilia. I mean, am I wrong, people? If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments down below. But I don't think I'm wrong. All my life, I'd have been told that if they kids, and so is 14 grown now? Because if 14 grown now, we need to cut this school thing. I need to go in bed, go get a job and shit.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? If 14 is grown enough, but oh my God. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. If it was a 14-year-old heterosexual boy and a 14-year-old heterosexual girl making out like that on Instagram Live, which I don't know if they do it now or not because I don't follow any 14-year-olds.
Right.
So, and it's my understanding you're supposed to be 18 before you get the social media page anyway. Goddamn, like they ask you for your birthday. I don't know what they're asking it for. But I know they asked you for your birthday. I assumed it was so that 10, 11-year-olds couldn't get a page. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That's what I assumed it was for. But if y'all letting y'all kids lie about their age and say they this age when they ain't but this age, don't be mad when a person that age is in their inbox. You know what I'm saying? If your high school daughter got on her Facebook page that she 22 years old or 20 years old, even 19, you can't say nothing with somebody 2022 in her inbox. Cause it's your responsibility to check that motherfucker and make sure that bitch is accurate as possible.
Right.
It's your that's what you supposed to do. You make sure that she ain't out there lying, cause a lot of time this shit be so fucked up. The nigga had no idea he was doing nothing wrong. What? How many niggas you know check IDs when they take a bitch out? I ain't never in my life asked no bitch to see her driver license, fam. If you in the same place I'm at, I'm assuming you are able to do the same things I can do. I'm not here checking no ID and going through your wallet and shit like that, man. I'm gonna take you at your motherfucking word. Thank God I ain't never been caught up in none. Everybody was around the same age that they were supposed to be. But I know it's some dude who done got caught up and who didn't know. Cause you had, man, I see some. I went to I had to go to the prom this weekend, man, and I seen how some of these parents let these children come out slits all the way up to the asshole. Come on, man. And then they're so young, she don't even know how to walk elegantly with it. So when she walking, she showing everything to everybody. Cause she don't know how to make the dress flow with the walk. Cause she ain't grown.
Yeah.
She ain't had enough experience with that to figure out the walk and everything. So what? Man, man, they just mm, mm. Stop trying to be their friend and buying a dress that they want, like, and buying a dress that your grandma be glad to see them in. If you couldn't take them to see Big Mom in that, I can't say grandma no more because grandma might not be but 30. Grandma might be 35, 40 years old. She might still be out there in the street. Now I'm gonna say Big Mom. If you take her to Big Mom house with that dress on and Big Mom ain't got nothing to say about that dress, then it's okay. But if Big Mom say what the rest of that, you need to find another dress. Now, our next story that we're going to talk about today, we're going to take it back to the prison system. I found this article that I thought was pretty interesting. I wanted to run across it and see what you thought. They say that prisons overuse strip searches just so they can dehumanize people. Now, in your experience, have you ever seen anybody just be over excessive with a search? Just want to search somebody for the fuck of it. How much work you gotta do if you gonna goddamn go search an inmate cell?
Right.
Nah, fuck that. We ain't gonna do the cell. If you gonna make a nigga strip, then you gotta do some paperwork behind that, or you just it's just you doing what you want to do and going
No,
about your
but
business.
only time you in a script search, like, let's say they take you to the hole, you script search where you put them in the cell, make sure he ain't got no weapons or nothing on him or whatever. And, the only time, like, they on outside detail when they come back into prison. That's basically the only time they get script searched. Or when they first come in.
That's kind of the idea I had. To tell you the truth, I didn't think that they'll just pull you out your cell and tell you to bend over and spread your butt cheek.
No.
Well,
Those when ride squad come in and do that. They come shake down the prison.
yeah,
They'll do it then.
I can I couldn't imagine what that is. They say, goddamn, the worst part of the strip search is what most prisoners call the credit card swipe.
I ain't never heard that.
They say you slide a gloved hand in between a person's buttocks.
Now that too much, doesn't No.
He say that he was swiped when the guy who wrote this article. Yeah. Somebody like put their hand down that inside. But it say he got swiped when he got the Clinton Correctional Facility. Clinton Correctional Facility became kind of famous because that what Tupac went.
Right.
Yeah, so they do the swipe there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Check that out.
He threw it out there and punked it out. But man, they say that this specific article
Right.
is about New York and how they do it up in New York, man. And it seems nasty, man. I'm talking about it seems nasty. Now they say that they can strip search you for any reason as long as they got some type of probable cause. I'm pretty sure that probable cause is pretty easy to come up with a criminal that's already in prison.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
know,
I'm
you
saying? You
you
can say
supposed
he
to be
looked
that
a certain
nigga.
type of way or something. I think he got something. Goddamn, I want to go look at his booty.
Right.
Yeah, that shit is just
I was just ain't doing it.
yeah, man. This shit here pretty nasty, man. Goddamn, but it did 14 years, and he said they goddamn they did him pretty nasty. Now, the New York State Department of Correction said that the credit card swipe is illegal. They ain't supposed to be doing that.
Right.
That's somebody who just likes to have fun.
Right.
He want to party all the time. Man, man, I'm already mad because I done been sent to prison. But then them motherfucker finna swipe his hand on my crack, man. With them fingers. No. No, man, we gonna have so
Boy.
many problems, man. Like I'm gonna be a terrible inmate after that, man. I can't even go back home and see my folk, man. This man done slid his finger up my hole, man. I can't go home and see my folk, man. God damn, man. I hope they able to do something about that. Get rid of everybody who credit card swiping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know, they got cameras up everywhere now, so they gotta be on film or something.
you would think anywhere that a person can make an inmate get naked, it got to be on the camera though. You would think that. You wouldn't think that they'll be able to take you in the bathroom until you get butt naked and shit.
I know, right?
That's almost raping me there, man. You
You
went
don't did
too
14 years, you should know that. That shit common sense, man. Come on, man. Every time they do see me, I'm getting butt naked. No.
Yeah, man. That New York City, man. You remember that commercial back in the day for that paste pecan sauce when they found out
Yeah.
that shit was from New York City?
You gonna get New York.
Go get the rope. Man, we gonna move back down here to Georgia, man. In Georgia, they say a child set fire that killed a 10-year-old sister on Easter Sunday. Now that's got to be terrible, man. They say that the little child set the fire. She intentionally set the fire that killed her sibling. Um, of course, the mama was trying to get all the children out. She got two of them, but two of them were left inside. It was a single story residence, man. It's just sad that stuff like this was happening, man. Goddamn. They located the deceased child in a bedroom that didn't have no window.
Mm.
Hey, you got a bedroom without no window. That's a sad ass room, man. You supposed to have a woman in your bedroom. God damn. I know that ain't the point, but um, the other child inside was a 15-year-old male. He gonna be all right. Two cats also died. Goddamn. Damn, man, I bet them cats ain't dead, fam. Them cats got the hell on. You can't kill no cat like that, man. You mean to tell me two
Okay, too
cats
lazy
out?
to get the hell out. That
Man,
shit
they were probably gone third. Nigga, I just refuse to believe they got the cats too. They say the house had smoke alarms that didn't go off, man. You have to check them smoke alarms periodically. I think you're supposed to check them every spring or it's every one fall. It's spring or fall, you're supposed to make sure you check them. But hell, I figure if you check them either one of them times, you'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
But check the batteries in your smoke detectors. You need to get the monoxide detectors, Just make sure you and your family safe at all times. Now, I watch John Oliver damn near every week on HBO, man.
Right.
That's my boy. He done slammed cops for gaslighting people in the prison, you know. And for the most part, man, John Oliver, he a dude from Britain. Got some, but he had some fucked up teeth. I think he got them fixed.
Right.
But man, he be speaking the damn truth. I first started fucking with John Oliver when he was on the Daily Show. So he was on the Daily Show when it was good.
Mm-hmm.
When Jon Stewart was on the Daily Show, like man, I always have been interested in the news, but I ain't never like watching it the conventional way. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
check out the Daily Show, I check out Real Time with Bill Maher, things
Mm-hmm.
like that to keep me up to date with what's really going on. And on the latest episode of last week tonight on John Oliver, he detailed some of the methods police use when interrogating people. which pretty much just guarantee that they're gonna be able to get you to goddamn say what the fuck they need you to say. You know, that's why your best bet. I don't care if especially if you know you're innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you know you're innocent. Don't say nothing until you get an attorney. If you can't afford one, wait till you get at least a public defender, somebody to show up there and tell you when to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But you need to. Everybody that can afford it need to be paying them a family attorney every month. You know, because so you got somebody to call that's really on your side, man. Got somebody whose vested interest is for you to stay free. If you get locked up, you can't keep paying it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn, he got a vested interest to keep you free. You know, you need somebody like that on your team. Now, one of the techniques that they use is the read technique. And I felt like, you know, this article in particular, I felt would be good to have on my show because I feel like if we know the things that they're using against us, we should be able to fight them better. Now, the Reed technique named after John E. Reed, a former Chicago police officer. Um, he founded a business that helped train thousands of investigators, and and this is what most of them use. And like I said, this technique ain't predicated on trying to find out the truth. It's predicated on trying to get you to admit to some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the cases they got down that they would looked at um out of all the cases overturned by DNA testing nationwide, 29% featured innocent people who confessed. DNA said it wasn't them for sure, but they had already confessed because they got tricked during this technique. Cops routinely, well, they say the Reed technique literally teaches police to prevent suspects from saying they're innocent. They try their best to not let you say you innocent.
Mm-hmm.
They also routinely lie to suspects during interrogations in an effort to make them question their own memory or to believe it's in their best interest to confess, even if they're not guilty. And whereas if you lie to the police, that's a charge. They can lie to you all day long. I don't think that ain't that's fucked up. You
Yeah.
know, that's fucked up that if I lie to you, you can charge me with something, but you can lie to me and make me believe some shit. That's just so fucked up. Like, how am I supposed to trust the police if he can lie to me? You know what I'm saying? Then another thing they do is they try to keep getting there for a long period of time to try to break you down.
Right.
Another reason you should go ahead and ask for an attorney. And if your attorney let you stay in there too long, you got the wrong damn attorney. Goddamn, he should hurt. Make sure that questioning is over with quick. Cause if they ain't got nothing, then they ain't got nothing. You ain't finna give them nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If they end up questioning you, man, 9 times out of 10, they ain't got no evidence. They trying to get it from you. If you shut the fuck up and go home, man, then more than likely you'll be all right.
Right.
Or what they'll do is they'll lock you up because they can legally detain you for like 48, 72 hours and hope you crack between that time and go ahead and, cause you know they'll hit you with you want to go home, they're going to tell the truth. They'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Knowing they finna take your ass, your home is that jail back there now, nigga. Goddamn, that's your home. But they make you think, just tell me the truth. Tell me you did it. Tell me you did it, and you can get to go home. Bring your mama in there. Your mama tell you, baby, just tell her. Baby, just tell her. Mama, you wouldn't now, yo. You know what went on? You just believe they white folk. Oh, they don't. When they get real desperate, they send the black dude in there to talk to your black mama. You know what I'm saying? That he gonna tell her that, you know, we trying to do the best we can for him. Man, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop. Man, all of it is a game. Most of the time, they don't have no evidence. You know what I'm saying? The police ain't doing no work. Cause like I told y'all the other day, most of the time they're just high school graduates. You know what I'm saying? They're not some of the most intelligent. The most intelligent people in America are not becoming police.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not. And to go even farther, the most intelligent people aren't even becoming detectives. They're not. The best and the brightest that we have in this country go on to do other things.
Right.
So we got the people that couldn't get no other job, or people that went to the military, and I went to the military, and I can tell you it's full of people who ain't got no goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers can't tell you what 2 times 4 is, but I goddamn pulling out their phone or something. Like these some of the dumbest motherfuckers. And I don't talking about captains. I'm talking about
Mhm.
motherfuckers who done been to college still don't know a goddamn thing. Like, but these are the people that you got running these police departments and everything. You know what I'm saying? And then, you got sheriffs down here that's 70, 80 years old, man. And you think about that, man. You got a 60, 70-year-old sheriff, right? Think about it. I give him 60. That's kind of young. I give him 60. It's 2022 now, right?
Mhm.
60 years ago was 1960 when he was born. He was born right in the middle of the civil rights movement. His parents could have been on one side or the other. He still got some of them beliefs though.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he still got some of them beliefs that his parents instilled in him and that the grandparents instilled in them and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to take a generational curse out. And for the most part, white people don't look at the way that the knowledge that their ancestors gave them by black people, they don't look at it as a curse. They still look at it as the truth because of the media and the way we portrayed everywhere. Whenever you see black people in the newspaper, it cause something bad. Whenever you see
Mhm.
black people on TV, it cause something bad. The good stuff we do be in small print.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like most black people that just recently found out that a black man did the first open heart surgery. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause that ain't shit that they was teaching us in school.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't know nothing about that shit when I was coming through school. That shit got learned later. But they taught you what they wanted to teach you. But if y'all got some time throughout your day and you wanna take a chance to look at this article and detail this read technique, it might be able to help you figure out how to best deal with the next time you've been falsely accused or something. It's on the Rolling Stone. Just check out John Oliver. Search him and you'll be able to check it out. The next article I ran across that I thought was pretty interesting was, do Christians believe God resurrected Jesus from the dead? They said, well, it's complicated.
Complicated.
That's the part that really piqued my interest right there. The well is complicated. Now, before I get into what they talking about, man, I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. See, I I don't I don't base my entire existence off the Bible. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I believe in spirituality and things of that nature. Now I say that to say this. I do believe there was a man that came. You know what I'm saying? I don't think his name was Jesus, cause I know for a fact in the Hebrew text back then they had no letter J. So I know his name couldn't have been Jesus. So I'm gonna go with the Yeshua that other people say that was more than likely his real name. Yeshua. Okay. Now, it's my belief that Yeshua did exist. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's my belief that he was a Moor. I
Mhm.
believe that he came up from Egypt with the Moors when they came through Europe and helped end the Black Plague and all that was going on in Europe. If you remember the story about Jesus healing the blind man and
Right.
helping the blind man to see, you know, Europeans weren't big on cleanliness back then, and they
Right.
weren't big on bathing and things of that nature. They slept with their pigs and their cows and shit. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that. That's just fact. That's fact. You can look that up. You know. Um. And when Jesus healed the man, he just told him to jump in the water and bathe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And those are the type things that Moors brought to Europe. Taught them how to put their livestock outside in stables, not keep them in
Mhm.
the house with them. Taught them how to clean. Taught them how to use spices. Taught them how to store food
Right.
properly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All this stuff brought Europe out of the dark ages. You know what I'm saying? Into the light. Understand now? Things that if you notice, Jesus' disciples were never just like, oh damn, look what Jesus did. They were never made, it was just like some normal shit to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were never like, God, man, you ain't gonna never believe what that nigga Jesus did last night, but that
Look.
nigga turned water and wine. You know what I'm saying? It was it called, back in the old days, Europeans didn't understand certain things. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You know how easy it is to take an empty bottle of wine, put some water in it, shake it up, nigga. Now you can drink a little more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like everything, everything can be explained scientifically if you look into it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Things evolve, things change over time, and all that right there. But I say all that to say this: Jesus, I keep calling that Jesus. It's just so easy. That's what everybody call it. But he did exist. You know what I'm saying? He was a good dude, all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he ever meant no wrong to nobody. The Moors didn't mean no evil to Europe when they got there. They was there to
Mhm.
save them. Them
Right.
folk were going through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Egypt had everything first. You know what I'm saying? Everything. And when the Europeans, the same thing that saved them is what they went and destroyed. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
After the Moors came up to Europe and saved them, they got their armies together to go down there and see what the fuck these niggas got down here. And that's why they told noses off statues and things of that nature. It's always been they always wanted to hide the true facts. Nah, I got way away from what I thought we
Yeah,
talking
man.
about. It's all right though. Hell, it's my show. God damn, but old buddy said he don't know for sure if Jesus rose for the dead or not. My philosophy, my theory on that right there, man, most of the time, back in those days when somebody got crucified, after they put you up on the cross and everything, they broke your arm, they broke your leg, they did that too before they took you down. Cause
Mhm.
you might not die right away. Because they ain't like that. The nigga, they was just putting you up on the cross, goddamn, cutting you a couple times, then you stand out in the sun. You might not die right away. So that's why they go ahead and cut you up, I mean break your legs and stuff so you can't run. You'll been and died by the time you can move.
Mm.
Nah, Jesus faked them out. You know what I'm saying? After they cut him in his side, he slumped on over like he was dead. They were like, we ain't gotta break his arm and his leg. He already dead. They just throw him in the tomb. Just like everybody else, he didn't die right away, but his arms and legs went broke. So shit, he was able to get up, go holler at a few people. You know what I'm saying? I think he did that, but then they say like I don't know exactly how many days before he went to the mountain and ascended into heaven. A lot of things in the Bible are symbolism.
Mhm.
You can't read a book and think you're gonna take it word for word. Come on, I can tell you a story today, and by the time you tell it to somebody else, it's gonna be a different story. You know, ain't none of the books of the Bible written by Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like he was here the whole time. He didn't write down book.
He did
You
all
know,
that. Nothing about what he done did. Nothing.
and if you pay attention, Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John never wrote a book. All that shit. It don't say the book of Matthew by Matthew. It say the
Mm.
book of Matthew according to Matthew. That means
Mm.
Matthew told it to somebody. That somebody told it to somebody
Right.
else, and that somebody else might have wrote it down. But you don't know how many somebodies it went through before it got wrote down. All of the books of the Bible were just different books that somebody put together in one
Mhm.
book. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know how many times that story got told, woo woo. And then you got Shakespeare and came in behind them and throwed in all those these thous and these and all that shit there. Shakespeare got his own way of talking, and anybody who man, when I first told my mama Shakespeare wrote the Bible, she was mad as hell. She was mad as hell, man. But he wrote his name in it. Shakespeare wrote his name in the Bible, man, and it's crazy. They can't take it out. Goddamn you. I forgot where it's at. It's somewhere in the Old Testament around the Psalms somewhere. But if you go down the left line, the first letter is S-H. It go all the way down and spell Shakespeare. He
Hmm.
wrote it. He tricked his name off into the Bible. Mad genius type shit. And people want to really get technical. The only reason the King James version of the Bible was ever written was because King James wanted to divorce a woman. That's the only reason it came to existence. Goddamn. So, but then Christians will tell you that was all God's will. We're gonna move on, man, because my mama ain't gonna like that segment.
That's it.
Um, I've read this article that says some debts can get you arrested. I'm like, what, nigga? You mean to tell me I can get locked up for not paying my bill, nigga? I thought they just turned it off. But no, man.